let's talk about some of the non-obvious things that you could be doing that could actually be ruining your business. Now, the fact is, many business owners tend to make these mistakes, but they fail to realize that these mistakes could lead to them actually, one, losing customers and or actually risk losing their business altogether. First mistake you might be making that could be ruining your business is not understanding that there's a difference between being a self-employed person and being a business owner. Now, on the broad surface of it, these two terms might appear to be one of the same, but the reality is that if you're someone who is self-employed, you are generally quite self-sufficient, being that you are the one who's probably doing all the marketing, you are the one who is probably providing all of the goods, services, you are pretty much doing the heavy load and heavy lifting for running that particular business, okay? However, if you're someone who is a business owner, okay, you are generally assumed to be running your business through one of the common structures, which might be, for instance, a UK limited company or using a limited liability partnership. Now, the issue here lies in the fact that many people fail to understand there are different obligations depending on which particular category of these two you actually fall into. If you're someone who's self-employed, you will by no doubt have to complete your self-assessment tax return, okay, which will be due every year in January. Conversely, if you're someone who is a business owner and who is running your business through a limited company, the requirements for you will look different because you will be filing not just a tax return, but you will also need to file your annual accounts, okay? And if you're a business director who happens to be employed by the company that you're running, then you will also have to file a self-assessment tax return, okay? So the obligations you need to meet will really differ depending on which of these two categories you fall into. Second thing you could be doing that could be ruining your business is getting behind on paperwork. It seems very simple, okay? But the fact is, so many business owners out there fail to keep on top of their transactional paperwork, okay? And I'm not just talking about in terms of regular accounting for your business. I'm also talking about even failing to keep on top of some of the legal paperwork that will be fundamentally important for your business. So for instance, you might have legal contractual paperwork between, other contractors or other suppliers that you're working with, or even new and existing clients. It's very important that you have a system in place where you are able to keep a clear record of all of this documentation. That leads me on to the next common mistake I see so many business owners making, which is depending on having a few customers and or suppliers. Please do not make this mistake, okay? Because generally, human beings are capable of changing their minds. If you are running your business and you're assuming that, the handful of clients that you have, say, 3 or 5 clients, is going to be substantial enough for you to keep that business afloat in the long term, then you are making a very, very big mistake, because there are so many factors that could influence your customer's decision at any point in time. For instance, there might be economic changes that might mean that their business just isn't doing as well, in which case that might lead to them actually terminating their business contract with you. Okay, so it's going to be crucial for you to have this mindset and the ability to always market your business, to always be in search of new customers, new suppliers that will help with the longevity of your business overall. I think another point to add here would be to ensure that you have as many diversified income sources as possible, okay? Because this will also help you if you find yourself in the unlikely event that you begin to lose customers that are very important to the revenue generation of your business. So think long term, and definitely marketing strategy is going to be key here as well. But that leads me on to the next key point that you might want to think about that could actually have the potential to ruin your business, which is the fact that you might actually be adopting the wrong mindset. Now, it's important that when you start your business, you are not adopting the same mindset that you had whilst you were in your 9 to 5. It's going to be extremely important for you to have a mindset that is able to persist and persevere. You're also going to want to ensure that you have the ability to be creative enough to solve problems as they arise in your business. Many people make the mistake when they start their business of assuming that the business and the mindset that they bring into that business doesn't need to be different from the one which they had whilst they were in their 9 to 5. If you make this mistake, then you will definitely have problems with seeing results in your business. Next thing you could be doing that could actually ruin your business is not being open to change and or feedback. Businesses need to be adaptable. Businesses must be open to change, okay? This is because everywhere around you, if you are running a business, there is most likely going to be a point that comes in where there are changes that will occur. This might be where it comes to technological advancement that you have to learn and become adaptable to, or it might be that you actually have to keep in line with new tax laws and new regulations that are coming up for you to be aware of regarding your business. Now, many business owners get caught out by this, and this could lead to them being fined. Okay, for instance, every year, businesses must ensure that they learn about what changes might impact them as a result of new announcements from the budget statements. Okay, so this is just an example of where it can be really, really crucial for your business if you were not to be adaptable to these changes. Another thing here to note is when you are not open to feedback, okay, feedback from your customers, feedback from suppliers who have worked with you. It's important that you are consistently having a mechanism to take on board feedback so that you can understand the customer experience that you are given as a business. Good feedback will always be beneficial for your business and for your branding, and it will always serve your business well in the future. And if you're interested in learning more about some of the key business advice that I would give as an entrepreneur, click here to watch this video.